You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk a little bit about the backlash that is going at Brian Kelly right now. I actually saw an LSU fan post. Can we get James Franklin? Wait, what? Excuse me? Come again? Even I got to admit, I'd rather have Brian Kelly than James Franklin at this point. You just got to wonder, is Brian Kelly going to keep his job? Is he going to keep his job at LSU at the end of the season? Keep in mind, something I've talked about on this channel and on Black and White Sports too, when we were still talking football on that channel before the football part transitioned to this channel, a dedicated channel. John Gruden almost got the job when Brian Kelly did. Think about that a minute. All right? Just think about that. A lot of fans in and around LSU wanted John Gruden. No, they opted for Brian Kelly. Now, look, a lot of people have said Brian Kelly could be an NFL coach. I've heard that a ton, that he's got more of a demeanor for being in the NFL. Well, I know one thing. When it comes to big games at LSU, no, we ain't winning those. We ain't going to win those. And let's be real. It's not like he hasn't had a successful coaching career, but he has not done nearly what he did at Notre Dame. All right, not nearly. 12-1, 11-2, 11-1. He hadn't done that. 11-2, 10-4, 10-3, 9-4, and now 5-1. And actually, it's now 5-2 because you lost. The number 10 LSU Tigers lost the number 17 Vanderbilt Commodores, and Diego Pavia looked like RG3 out there. He looked like Tim Tebow out there. I mean, my God, 14-22, 161 touchdown, but 17 for 86 with 2 touchdowns on the ground. Brian Kelly, you got a potential first-round NFL quarterback. You ain't protecting him out there. You ain't protecting him. Garrett Nussmeier, no. We're at pass protection. Forget about it. What is that? What is that? And that's a Vanderbilt team, by the way, that 1 week earlier just got demolished and abolished by your rival, Alabama. Holy shit. Let's just do it. Let's just dive right into it. Right here. Win a big game one time or get blackout drunk. Brian Kelly. Let's look.
Holy shit, Corey.
Are we looking for Brian Kelly being... he chose blackout drunk. Blackout drunk. Weekly Post is here. Fire that bum Brian Kelly. Oh, not the terrorist video. What are we doing? Oh, dear God. Oh, Notre Dame fans getting revenge. Notre Dame fans watching the LSU fan base turn on Brian Kelly. That's a shame. That's a shame. Couldn't happen to a bigger douche. Oh, first time? Oh, that's good. LSU fans, how do you not beat Vanderbilt? You're spoiled. That's a great way. That's a great way to get fired. And that part, look, I'm about 4 hours from there. I'm in Texas. We get this kind of anger. We get it. Right here, me liking every Brian Kelly hate tweet. Yeah, there's a lot of them. A lot of them. A lot of them. We lost to Vanderbilt. Brian Kelly has ruined the program. Oh, that's a sad face. That's a sad face. I guess, is that Reacher? I guess that's Reacher. I have not watched Reacher. Brian Kelly falls to 5-10 against ranked opponents at LSU. Here we go. James Franklin and Brian Kelly in 2 weeks. Oh, no, not Billy Napier. Not Billy Napier. I just got the strangest feeling. Guys, I keep bringing up John Gruden. I just got a strange feeling he's going to end up being a Florida coach. Brian Kelly has ruined watching LSU football for me. I'd rather cheer for a fucking Southern than cheer for a Brian Kelly team. Wow. LSU fans to Brian Kelly after losing to Diego Pavia in Vanderbilt.
Get that son of a bitch off the field right now. Out. He's fired.
Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Find the buyout money. Don't care how much it is or how you get it. Find it and fire Brian Kelly. Enough is enough. Inexcusable. Inexcusable. Hey, you know what? I will pose one question right here on the spot. If they fire Brian Kelly, how fast does Penn State hire him? I will say that they will hire him immediately if Florida and Florida State can't get to him first. We know how this game works. All right, we know how this game works. LSU boosters cleaning out Brian Kelly's office. Oh, no, come on, underdog. You suck. No. It has been brought to my attention that Brian Kelly is an active member of the Nazi Party. Woo! Everybody a Nazi these days. Everybody. Yikes. Yikes. It's bad. It is real, real bad. Brian Kelly is worse than Les Miles by a mile. Can't believe we ever compared the two. I loved Les Miles. I'm not an LSU fan. I love Les Miles. I mean, honestly, I got to give Brian Kelly a ton of credit. It's hard to lose with Garrett Nussmeier and the LSU defense, but somehow, some way, he did it. He did it. I got to tell you, we could keep going. We could, every year Brian Kelly is employed, it's a waste of a year. Losing to Vanderbilt will always be embarrassing. Brian Kelly has built a culture that is soft and undisciplined. Coupled with the fact that there are 0 war daddies on this team, our coaching staff is inept. It's time for a change. Brian Kelly got a Vandy QB hitting a Heisman pose. He sure did. He sure did at the end of the game hit the Heisman pose on him. By the way, that guy, if he wasn't short, he checked some boxes for the league. Over 40 games played in, almost a 4-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. I just don't love his career completion percentage, even though it's really good this year. And I don't love his size. But he is mobile. He is mobile. He's like a slightly taller, more mobile Dylan Gabriel. But in college, you can win a hell of a lot of games with that dude. In the National Football League, I don't know. Feels kind of practice squadish to me. Congratulations, Brian Kelly. You got destroyed by a practice squad guy in the National Football League. I will say this, and look, I can understand LSU. I mean, that's when you look at his record. Like, if I was Notre Dame, I probably wouldn't have let him get away no matter what. But when you look at his record at LSU, you absolutely understand why they want to run him out of town. He's not just killing it there at all. It's an underachievement. At LSU, nah. You can't do it. In fact, let me look. LSU, he is 34-12 in 4 years. At Notre Dame, he was 113-40. So 34-12 in 4 years at Notre Dame, 113-40 in 12 years. Surprisingly enough, that is technically the same win-loss percentage. That's shocking. But he had some really big years with Notre Dame. 1, 2, 3, 4. He had 4 seasons of 11 wins or more. And then at Cincinnati, he went 12-0 and went 11-3 1 year at Cincinnati. I mean, there's no doubt. He's 274. He's got a 730 winning percentage. But at LSU, that just don't. Number one, and I said this when he got hired, this guy does not feel like a guy that needs to coach in the South. He feels like a northern dude, Penn State, Notre Dame. There's just something about certain guys they ought to coach in certain areas. And we all saw some of the cringy. All of a sudden, he showed up at LSU, had a Southern accent. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Where did that come from? Where did that shit show up from? I'm here to win a bunch of ball games for you guys. I'm going down. We're going to get some gumbo and some crawfish later at the broil. No, you're not that dude, man. You ain't that dude. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.